Hi, I'm Hannah. So you've been hearing about this blockchain thing, and if you've watched my last video, then you have a rough idea of what it is. So now, why should you care? There are so many reasons, but I've edited myself down to just 3 really good reasons to care about blockchain. Number 1, because you care about your fellow human beings and their financial inclusion. Now, it's happened a few times where I've been at a bar blabbing on about how amazing Bitcoin is, and someone will chime in and say, well, I have a Visa card, it works great. What do I need Bitcoin for? And well, they're right. If you have a Visa card, you really don't need Bitcoin, at least not like other people do. Now, Bitcoin is dramatically better tech than credit cards, but we won't get into that now. We'll just start with, if you're in the first world, you have access to the best financial services in the world, right? I mean, we all have several bank accounts and credit cards and access to international wire transfers. And as much as we complain about our economy and our money and inflation, we really have one of the best, most stable currencies in the world. There are 7.6 billion people on the planet, and over 2 billion of them don't even have bank accounts, and many more than that have bank accounts, but not with anywhere near the level of service that we have. And many people around the world can't trust their banking and monetary institutions. Now, if you're from the US, you probably kind of trust your institutions, and you've probably never lived through a currency crisis. But currency crises are actually pretty common around the world. If you don't believe me, you can ask your German grandmother, or your cousin from Zimbabwe, or your Venezuelan friend. For these reasons, if you're living anywhere outside the first world, Bitcoin gives you a way out of your crappy institutions and a way into the world economy. So while you might think Bitcoin isn't really needed, your fellow human beings around the world might think a bit differently. Reason number 2, Web 3.0. Now, Web 3.0 has a few different definitions, but what we mean here is a decentralized network of applications, data, and people who can connect and interact with each other without a trusted third party. So transact without a bank, communicate with your aunts and uncles without a tech giant like Facebook. And all of this enables much greater control over your data, which means greater privacy and security. There's this saying about surfing the web, and it goes, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. We use so many apps and services that are free, but really we're paying. We're just paying with our privacy. These services are data mining us constantly. Now with Web 3.0, we'll have streaming services and micropayments where you can pay 5 cents for that article instead of handing over your search history. Web 3.0 will have identity management, where you'll be able to know with a very high degree of certainty who it is that you're actually dealing with when you're online. And maybe you won't need 15 different usernames and passwords for those 15 different services you use. That would be awesome. With a decentralized web, your data isn't stored in one centralized location. So there's no one server to hack and steal millions of people's data. I could go on and on about how amazing Web 3.0 is going to be, but we'll stop there and just say the projects that are enabling Web 3.0 are things like Ethereum, Uport, Blockstack, and applications like smart contracts, dApps, and DAOs. And yet, you guessed it, all of these things are powered by blockchain. Reason number 3, industry disruption. Blockchain makes possible the flow of information between parties that don't really trust each other. And maybe that doesn't sound all that impressive by itself, but this is likely to shake up quite a few industries. And it will do that primarily by sharing and managing data much more efficiently. I'll give you a couple of examples. Real estate, public records. Not only can it already has. Real estate listings or even real estate transactions. How about crowdfunding? Smart contracts can be used for crowdfunding without a business involved. How about supply chain solutions? Supply chains are about coordinating data about goods being shipped. Hey, what coordinates data really well? Blockchains. How about insurance? A lot of the cost behind insurance goes to coordinating and processing data about people, assets, and claims. Blockchain might be used for that. And accounting. Let's imagine a big company that uses an open blockchain for a lot of their transactions. Is auditing really that necessary anymore? Blockchain enables financial inclusion and expands global markets. It's the foundation of Web 3.0, and it's likely to disrupt a lot of industries. And all of this is why you should definitely care. The end.